Welcome to part 3 of our Genres in Literature series. In this part, you're going to be testing your knowledge of the different genres. You certainly can use your notes, but if you'd like to try answering these problems without your notes, that's fine as well. You will need the last page of your note sheet, however, to write the answers down and check your work. So let's take a look at our practice. You're going to be reading short book descriptions. You're going to use the clues in the description and select a subgenre that best fits the description. You're going to be using the following subgenres to classify the book. So we're not going to just say, oh, this is fiction or nonfiction or poetry. You're going to describe which type of fiction or which type of nonfiction that it is. Again, you can use your notes. If you'd like to try to do it without your notes, go ahead. Example number 1 is the story of Alfred Bulltop Stormalong by Unknown. Stormalong was said to be a sailor and a giant, some 30 feet tall. He was the master of a huge clipper ship known in various sources as either the Corsair or the Tuscarora, a ship so tall that it had hinged masts to avoid catching on the moon. Go ahead and pause the video, write down the subgenre, and when you're ready, play to get the answer. This one would be a fantasy fiction subgenre, and you could also have put traditional literature because this one is by an unknown author, which typically means traditional literature. So while I've listed it as fantasy, traditional literature would also be correct. Example number 2, My Summer Vacation in the Dells by Jerome Gardner. Jerome Gardner describes his trip to Wisconsin Dells in 5 thrilling paragraphs. Pause the video and write your answer. Okay, this one is an autobiography from the nonfiction genre category. It is written by Jerome Gardner, and it says it's his trip to the Wisconsin Dells. Number 3, The Basketball Player by Terry Rutter. Chris Bosworth has just moved from the farm to the city, and he may be the most awkward freshman in the history of high school. He is lanky, unfashionable, and his voice keeps changing pitch when the teacher calls on him in class. But when Chris starts playing for the school's underdog basketball team, things start to change for him in a big way. Pause the video and write your answer. This one would be realistic fiction. And we've got a story about a boy in high school and basketball. So again, something that seems like it could really happen. Number 4 is Anna of Byzantium by Tracy Barrett. In the 11th century, the teenage princess Anna Komnena fights for her birthright, the throne to the Byzantine Empire, which she fears will be taken from her by her younger brother, John. Pause the video and write your answer. This one is a fiction story falling in the subgenre of historical fiction. The Byzantine Empire is something that really existed. Anna might be a real person as well, but the story and the fact that this happened so many years ago, so many centuries ago, would make it hard for somebody to actually write the actual account of her life. So this one is a made-up story about maybe a true person and true events. And your last one. This is The House of Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. Humans and clones populate a corrupt drug empire located between the United States and Mexico in this futuristic thriller. Pause the video and write your answer. This one's science fiction. The key word here is futuristic thriller. And clones. Both of those things, it's telling us it's taking place in the future. And clones, well, there might be some that they're experimenting with. It's not really a real thing that exists and work alongside humans at this point. So this one's science fiction. So you did 5 practice problems. How did you do? Did you get 5 of them right, or do you need some more practice? We're going to continue working with genres in small group. If you have questions, let me know.